What's up, internet? My name's Sammy Fightmaster and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some spoilers that really stood out to me in season 2 of The Umbrella Academy. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled, do not watch this video. I did do a non-spoiler review video just a little bit ago, and I will put a link to that video down in the description box below, so go check that out. Once you've watched the season and watched that video, come back here and talk about the spoilers with me. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk spoilers. Okay, this season was crazy. I mean, I don't know what else that we should be expecting from the Umbrella Academy because the first season was crazy. Now, since I highly recommend that you watch this video after you have seen the entire season, I'm not going to recap everything that happened because you've seen it already. Something that I caught on to very, very quickly into this season, because I just did, was that there was gonna be something happening between Vanya and Sissy. Knew it from the beginning that it was gonna happen, and I was here for every second of it. I honestly thought that they were really cute, and I really was hoping that they would end up together, like, fully, but that did not happen, I guess, because the show is very open-ended, like, all the time. Nothing is, like, set in stone done, because they travel through time too much for something to just be permanently gone. But I really like their relationship throughout this season. Obviously, you could tell Sissy got into her marriage for all the wrong reasons, and she never really loved her husband. Carl, is that his name? Yes, it was. Didn't like Carl for obvious reasons. You could just tell she was scared to love who she wanted to love. Then Vanya came along, who's from 2019, where being gay is okay, and she kind of introduced her to a new world of love that was much better for Sissy. Not to mention, they would have been the cutest little family. Like Sissy, Vanya, and Harlan. Vanya was so cute with Harlan. I was sad that they didn't go with Vanya back to 2019, which, oh well. Now, little sidebar off of what's happening with them was Harlan and what's going on with Harlan. Because as we know, Vanya kind of saved his life by breathing some kind of energy into him that brought him back to life, but also kind of gave him her powers, which was odd. And we saw at the end, Vanya kind of takes all that back from him, or so we thought. But at the end, he's floating his little bird thing in the car. So he still has something. And I need answers as to what is happening with him. And is Harlan going to be around in 2019? I don't know. And I'm very interested to find out if Harlan had some effect on their new 2019. Because the dude still has powers. And obviously he's not going to keep that quiet forever. And everything's possible in this show. So we will see what happens. So hopefully we get some answers in the next season, which I know they're going to have one. It has not been confirmed yet, but I just have a gut feeling there has to be a third season. Has to. Too many people love this show for there not to be a third season. Another thing that I picked up very quickly on is that Lila was not to be trusted. Now, obviously, Diego met her in a mental hospital, so that's not always like the best start to a trustworthy relationship. Especially when we start to learn a little bit more about her. Like, I could tell that she probably didn't get there by accident. Like, she was there for Diego, which we found out to be true. I was not expecting the rest of Lila's story development. Now, I had no clue until it was revealed to us that she was the adoptive daughter of the handler. Who, Kate Walsh, by the way, I love her. She does an excellent job as the handler. Love her. So that was an interesting plot twist. And I kind of got an inkling that she had powers when she was fighting with Five, because it seemed like she was jumping like how Five jumps, but we never got to see, like, he gives off like that blue glow every time that he jumps. and we didn't get to see that with her. So I was like, maybe he was just jumping long enough for her to move. But then we figured out that's not the case. So she's definitely got to be one of the other however many kids that Mr. Hargreaves did not buy. And that just raises the question is, how many are we going to meet? Because there are a lot more of the children that were born at the same time, same day out there that we just kind of like blew past in season 1. We only focused on the 7 that Mr. Hargreaves got. But turns out there's a lot more out there, and now they've met one. And I kind of like Lila's powers because she could basically have any power. She can mimic whatever somebody else is doing, which could become useful for them if she decides to interact with her new family. I also need to know where she jumped to with that briefcase, because I feel like she could cause a lot of issues. Lila can be very problematic. So that, I think that she could also, as in addition to Harlan, play an effect on what happened to create their new 2019. Yeah, so she's an interesting person that got introduced in this season, and I'm very interested in seeing a lot more of her. Another thing that I really, really appreciated in this season was there was a lot less incesty relationship going on between Luther and Allison. Like, I appreciated that they got their time apart, because I did not love that storyline in season 1. I cannot get behind it. Like, I just can't do it. And I was very happy that Allison got married to Raymond. I actually really liked them together, and I think that that was definitely better for Allison. I don't love Luther. Like, I just don't like him. I don't know why. He just gets on my nerves. But we did get a lot less incest on the screen. Hopefully that continues, because I don't know why that needs to be a part of the show. Honestly, get Luther somebody else. Like, he does not need to be with Allison. That is not, I don't like it. I can't get behind it. Like, I just can't. So we got to see a lot more of Allison with Raymond instead of with Luther, which is her brother. I will reiterate that. I know they're adopted, but doesn't matter. I can't support it. I don't want that to be in game. I can't have it. Yet another thing that happened in this season was Mr. Hargreaves. First of all, apparently never ages. He's been the age that he was forever. And partly because the dude is like an alien or something. Like, that gets revealed in, I don't remember exactly what episode, towards the end, where he like takes off his like human skin thing. And I'm like, that's gross. And what is he? And I need answers to that for sure. Hopefully we'll figure that out fairly early on in season 3, because it's messing with my head. I need to know things like now. I did like seeing who Grace got modeled after, their robot mom from season 1. We got to see like the actual human version that I think she was modeled after in this show, and we got to see like baby Pogo. He was cute, and how he was starting to get trained to be Pogo the butler that they had in season 1. Another cool side note would mean that since they're in a new 2019, Pogo might not be dead because Vanya never killed him. So I would be very happy to have him back, and hopefully he's not mean, because he was a sweet old monkey butler that I loved. Like I've already kind of mentioned, their new 2019 timeline gets a little messed up. They do jump back at the end of season 2, back to 2019 because they stopped the apocalypse or whatever. So they jump back. But one thing, Ben's not dead anymore. So there's like a new academy. It's not the Umbrella Academy, it's the Sparrow Academy. And there looks like there's another group of special powers kids that Mr. Hargreaves got. And that could be because the Umbrella Academy kids met with him in the 1960s and probably changed his mind on who to pick. I don't know. But that'll be interesting to see what the Sparrow Academy is. And they seem a little mean. So we'll see how that works out. But Ben's alive, so that's cool. I like Ben. We only got to see a few glimpses of him whenever he was with Klaus. But I want to get to know Ben more. And I wonder, that just popped into my mind. I wonder if Lila is part of the Sparrow Academy. That could be a thing. Ooh. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say that she is. We'll see. Yeah, that just popped into my head. So, good timing. Well, that's really all the spoilers that I wanted to talk about. I know I'm probably leaving out a bunch because a lot happened, but those were just the things that really stood out to me that I just wanted to talk about. A lot of unanswered questions that I need to be answered fairly early on in season 3, just because they kind of drive me nuts. So if you've seen season 2 of The Umbrella Academy, which you should have if you watch this video, let me know what your thoughts are on it down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I would really love and appreciate it if you would subscribe at the end of this video. And then after you subscribe, hit the bell off to the side to be notified when I post new videos. Well, that is all that I've got for you today. So I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.